have known he'd be here. I better chase him down.
Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Lego Jake here, and welcome to part 10 of our Ben 10 Power Trip Let's Play. That's right, we've made it to double digits, officially. We are really making progress in this Let's Play, and we're starting off this episode taking on Hex, chasing him around the city in a race to the death. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating just a little bit. Maybe we're not going to fight to the death, except for one thing certainly was dying during this race, and that was my PS4. Good lord, I have told you guys about the frame rate in this game before, but this race, I assume because we were just going through the city and loading everything in really quickly, ooh man, the frame rate was... It was really a new level of low. I can't even think of a really great way to explain it other than it was like tremendously low. I don't know if it's going to show up on the recording too much here, but yeah, this entire race was probably like a solid 15 FPS throughout the whole thing, and it still blows my mind why it runs so bad sometimes, but hey, the gameplay's good enough that we can at least let it slide, and this was a really cool idea. I love this race part for what it is. And I really do like that Hex is kind of like Thanos. He has his Infinity Stones just, like, around him. Especially once these things come up. Sorry to go back to what I was saying, but yeah, you can see there, the game even stopped for a second. It's like, the loading, the frame rate, everything. Really, really rough when they start, you know, breaking up these bridges and stuff. But I guess while we're dealing with it, I should at least explain what's going on a little bit. It obviously says to chase Hex, and that is as literal of a goal as you can possibly get, because you're only supposed to just chase Hex. You're not catching up to him, you're not fighting him, you're not stealing his Infinity Stones, you're just chasing him. He's more of just your guide. You could pretend he's not there and he's just an icon if you wanted to. But also, if you just saw there, whenever I messed up on the pipe, it teleported me up onto the next platform anyway. So if you mess up in this race or area at all, just don't worry about it. It's gonna put you in the right spot, so there's nothing to worry about.
No fair! Man, how does Hex keep getting away? Let's see what he dropped. List of names. Freak Otten, Class Jen Wills, and Elsky Kissing. Well, they're definitely locals. Whoa, another Void Rift.
Oh man, oh golly gee, new alien time. Who we gonna get, boys? Shock rocks on the screen. Is the game spoiling itself, possibly? I suppose we will have to wait and find out. Alrighty, boys and girls, back inside the Void Rift, my favorite area of all time, not only because of the colors, but because the frame rate actually never drops at all in this area.
Shock Rock is charged up and ready to give Hex the shock of his life.
So yeah, the game's loading screen actually did spoil which alien we were going to unlock, so applause all around for that one. But Shock Rock is super, super cool. He's got grappling powers that allow him to reach much higher platforms, even slightly more efficiently than Heat Blast can, and he can use that same grapple to pull down flying enemies, as you can see, and pull them close so he can hit them with his giant hammer or bat, and just absolutely beat the hell out of them. He is super duper powerful, similar to Forearms with the power, but he's able to hit things like much faster, which is super awesome. Obviously, as you saw there, he can override doors and switches and stuff because he has electricity powers, and I gotta say, I really love the design of this guy. I don't really recognize him. I feel like maybe he's from specifically the Reboot. Maybe I'm totally wrong about that. Maybe someone can let me know. But he is just absolutely awesome looking. For just playing with him for a couple of minutes, I gotta say, he's definitely like top tier super cool for me. Yeah, that's honestly super crazy to think that we have only 2 more aliens to unlock, and we will have the entire roster of them just at our disposal. That is super radical, and I really gotta say, I do appreciate how much time they give you to spend with each character once you unlock them, because it really has given me a new respect for all these aliens that I probably wouldn't have even given the time of day for, say in the side-scroller game where I pretty much used Forearms all the time and defeated everybody all the time. And I want to mention really quick, be a little bit careful when you're doing these little, like, chain hopping moments, because when you, as you can see, there's a little bit of a stutter where, like, you'll shoot your chain and you'll, connect and you'll fly out, and then the R2 will pop up like a moment after you've landed in the sky, if that makes sense. So, it's a weird timing thing that you sort of get down. It's not like it's super difficult or anything, but I'm just letting you know that it's not like an instant like R2, 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 R2. You kind of land, then hit R2.
Trying to trap me in this building. Let's see if I can find a way out.
And what do you think the way out of this tower is? Well, we just got Shockrock with his chain ability, so let's go ahead and equip him, baby. Do you guys know who Golurk is, the Pokemon? Or Golett is the unevolved version? Shockrock looks so much like him. Here, I'll throw it up on screen for you. I mean, you guys tell me if I'm wrong or right. In my opinion, they look pretty frickin' similar. Only pretty significant difference is that Shockrock would be electric and rock type, while Golurk is actually ghost and ground type. So, I mean, to be fair, Golurk has the upper advantage. I know this has been one random little tangent, but I've just had Pokemon on the mind a lot recently. I've been replaying through Pokemon Leaf Green. It's actually got me wanting to do a Let's Play of it, and a couple other ones like Emerald and maybe Diamond. Not sure about that one yet. There's just a lot of like nostalgic fan favorites because honestly Pokemon was the first game I ever played. Pokemon Leaf Green was the first video game I ever played on the GBA. Pretty interesting little factoid there. But it's so unrelated to Ben 10 that, we could probably talk about this another time. Although, let's be real, a Ben 10 Pokemon crossover in some way, anyway, would be simply legendary all around. That would be awesome. And you wanna know what else is awesome? Leveling up our luck, so now we have 4 points in toughness, 4 points in damage, and 4 in luck. As I mentioned, I really do want to start leveling up luck a little bit more, though, because it's pretty freaking sweet, and it could help out like a ton in the long run.
Thanks for the tip earlier.
No problem. I think your friend Ariel is in a sticky situation, though. That officer brought her down to the police station for questioning.
Uh-oh, I'll see what I can do. See you, Gwen.
Bye, Ben.
Alrighty, dude, so I'm sure that putting sounds into animation is probably really difficult, right? To say the least. But who in their right mind figured that a steam pipe in the background of a cutscene needed to sound like ksh, ksh? Whose idea was that? It sounded horrible. I had to check my commentary, make sure that it wasn't like my mic picking up like the sound of my keyboard or something. No, it's just really in the game. It's weird. Anyway, on the bright side, we ended up finishing another one of these ruin challenges, which is pretty sweet. And like I said, we were able to traverse some very high ground now that we have Shockrock, which is funny because he's so big. You would think it's the lighter characters that can get higher, but oh my gosh, we unlocked another upgrade, and you already know we're putting it into luck, baby. Give me those coins. To be honest, I already feel like we're getting quite a bit of money from each, takedown of an enemy, so I could only imagine what a maxed out luck bar would look like. You probably take out one little peon and get $100 for it. And by the way, as Shockrock, be sure to stay on the lookout for little panels like this, because as you can see, this one just brought down an elevator that we're able to go up, but a lot of them will just be on the sides of buildings and stuff, and will give you literally 50 coins, maybe a little bit less, maybe more like 30, but still, quite a few coins for just, tapping the left trigger and then tapping X a couple of times. But oh boy, there's a bratwurst, which is just lovely, isn't it, to know that there's one more random mission in my mission log that's just sitting there where I have to do a bunch of collectibles. Please, I'm praying to every god imaginable that the treasure maps that we get from Carla Clams reveal the locations of all of those things, because otherwise it is going to be just a nightmare. No fun at all to have to run around looking for all of that. Especially in a big giant city like Strudelbeck here, where you can scale all the buildings, you'd be looking for hours, literally.
Officer, after you left, the evil magician behind all this ran by. He dropped this note. Do either of you recognize these names?
Let me see. Oh, this is odd. My nephew, Luis, talks about these people all the time. You could ask him about them yourself. He usually hangs out on the rooftops with his friends. And now, Oscar, I really have to be getting back to the office. I've got a story for you.
If you'll get you two out of my hair, fine.
Jesus, what was with all the background noise in that cutscene? Definitely not a great ending point, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.